This is the L2C Media Network, and this is Sports Final, brought to you by the L2C Media Network. And now, not from the Sullivan Theater, but from the Fred McLeod Sports Desk in our studios in Jackson, here's the man that brings the details to the headlines that makes the sports world go round, Steve Baxley. Baxman, it's yours. Thank you very much, Harry. Hey, how you doing, everybody? Welcome to our little bread and butter broadcast. There we go. Welcome, everybody, to our little bread and butter broadcast. I am Steve. Pleasure is all mine. Welcome. As I said, this is the Friday broadcast, and I want to thank the good folks over at WLNS TV6, our unofficial TV station here in the Mid-Michigan area. They just did their second night of the 29th year, 26, 27, 20, 29th. Well, it's in there. They'll show the fifth quarter, so you could say that on Fridays we're the overtime or the sixth quarter. But anyway, glad to be here tonight. Hope everybody is having a fun Friday. Oh boy, wasn't a good one for the Lions again, but then again, it is preseason. And you know what they say, preseason don't mean much. Of course, that is it's like, well, it's just exhibition. Please, no side wagering. Okay, so we'll get you everything you need to know about what happened in the sports world tonight, plus a few other things. I don't know what else, but we'll do something. We're on here for about 45 minutes to an hour. Keep you informed and keep you at ease, as you should be. But right now, let's get to the scoreboard. And the scoreboard, as always, is presented by the good folks at Caesar Sportsbook. Remember, we are all Caesars. And if you do Caesar, at least get a permission. Thank you. Thank you very much. Anyway, let's get to the games that are about ready to conclude or have gone to extras, or, well, you know the thing. In the 11th inning, the Arizona Diamondbacks, Philadelphia Phillies tied at 6. 8th inning, in the battle, like the White Sox are giving the Cubbies a little spanking. They lead the Cubs right now 14-7. In the 7th inning, the San Diego Padres lead the Los Angeles Angels 5-0. In the 5th, Yankees lead the Athletics 5-0. In the bottom of the 5th, Rockies and the defending World Series champion Los Angeles Dodgers are tied 2-2. All right, and Seattle Mariners in the 4th lead the Kansas City Royals 5-1. Let's get you some final scores, shall we? St. Louis Cardinals beat the Pittsburgh Pirates 4-3, 4-9-1 for the Cards, 3-8-0 for the Pirates. Happ gets the win for the Cards. He's 8-6. Peters gets the loss for the Pirates, 0-2, and Reyes gets his 29th save. Tampa Bay Rays over the Baltimore Orioles. Well, they're back to being the Warriors. I am a Wario. Ba, 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 ba. Can we like there? Okay. Anywho's, Tampa Bay beat the Warriors 6-3, 6-5-1 for the Rays, 3-10-0 for the Warriors. McClanahan got the win. He's 9-4. Harvey gets the loss. He's 6-14 for the Warriors. We will update the standings as well while we're on the subject. Boston Red Sox beat the Cleveland Indians 4-3, 4-3-1 for the Red Sox, 3-8-0 for the Indians. Rodriguez the win for the Red Sox. He's 10-7. Karinchak gets a loss for the Indians. He's 7-4, and Ottavino gets his 9th save. Final scores continue. Cincinnati Reds over the Florida Marlins by a score of 6-0. 6-9-0 for the Reds, 0-6-2 for the Marlins. Miley gets the big win. He's 11-4. Thompson gets a loss. He's 2-6. Detroit Tigers mollywhopped the Toronto Blue Jays by a score of 2-1, 2-7-0 for the Tigers, 1-6-1 for the Blue Jays. Cisnero gets the win. He's 3-4. Mazza gets a loss. He's 4-2, and Soto gets save, his 16th of the season. Washington Nationals beat the New York Mets 2-1, 2-6-0 for the Nats, 1-4-1 for the Mets. Espino, he gets win for the Nats. He's 4-4. Hill gets a loss for the Mets. He goes 6-6, and yes, a little bit of Finnegan. He goes and gets his 6th save for the season. Atlanta Braves over the San Francisco Giants 6-5, 6-9-1 for the Braves, 5-7-0 for the Giants. Minter gets the big win for the Braves. He's 2-4. Watson gets a loss for the Giants. He's 5-4. And Smith picks up his 29th save of the season. Houston Astros over the Texas Rangers in the Battle of Texas, 5-4, 5-9-0 for the Stros, 4-13-0 for the Rangers. Matan gets the win, and the wind blows the name. Matan gets a win. He's 3-0. Martin gets a loss. He's 3-4. And Presley, thank you very much. I got my 20th save. Yeah, baby, rock and roll, baby. Take care of business. All right, Minnesota Twins, you got bested by the Brewers. Well, this time you bested them 2-0. 2-8-0 for the Twins, 0-5-0 for the Brewers. Albers gets a big win. He's 1-0. Lauer gets a loss. He's 4-5. And Cologne gets his 8th save. Let's get you to the standings, a little update, Vuvo. Here we go. Let's go to the American League East. And it's tightening up a little. Not a lot in the American League East. Tampa Bay still up at the top at 80-48. They're 4.5 up on the Yankees, who are 75-52. They're 7 up on Boston at 74-56. 13.5 up on Toronto at 66-61. And 39.5 up on Baltimore, who is a woeful 40-87. In the Central Division, things are somewhat getting a notice. Chicago White Sox still on top at 74-55. 9.5 up on Cleveland at 63-63. 12 up on Detroit at 62-67. 16 up on Kansas City at 57-70. 18 up on Minnesota at 55-72. Hurng me durngy. And in the West, let's go with Houston Astros. Houston Astros. Houston Astros rolling on. That's right. Still in first. Still the top dogs at 76-52. 6 up on Oakland at 70-58. 7 up on Seattle at 69-59. By the way, 69. Where's our bell? Thank you. 69, as always, a very workable number. There it is. Okay. We got you. Yeah, we got you. We got you. You know we got you. Anytime we do the 69, we get a bell ring. Da-ding, ding. Hey, hey. All right. Where are we? Oh, yeah. 13.5 up on the Angels at 63-66. And 32 up on the Texas Rangers at 44-84. In the National League East, the Atlanta Braves are hot landing it. Lakamofu, 69 and 58. Yes, friends. They're 6 up on Philadelphia at 63 and 64. 8.5 up on the New York Mets at 61 and 67. 14 up on Washington at 55 and 72. And 17 up on Miami at 53 and 76. In the Central Division, Milwaukee. Oh, yeah. Milwaukee. Oh, Milwaukee is a brewing town. They got a championship crown. Yes, their basketball team is the best. You can see they really deserved it. Yes, they did. Oh, Milwaukee. Oh, yeah. Milwaukee. Giannis is a Greek god. Miro, he's jealous, that's odd. He's an imposing figure, the Redeemer, you see. But to Giannis, he's got, size difficulty. Milwaukee. Oh. Bucks Lucky. Doing it all. Their drought is over with ease. Shut the mouth of Phoenix Suns. Got rid of the Lakers, those silly fakers with King LeBron. Milwaukee. Oh, yeah. Okay, enough of that. Milwaukee is 78 and 50, 8 up on Cincinnati at 71 and 59, 12.5 up on San Luis. 6'5", 6'2", 22.5 up on the Chicago Cubs. They were in first place when the season began. They're tanking more than, Vince McMahon in a Speedo. Anyway. 56-73. 31.5 up on Pittsburgh at 47 and 82. In the Western Division, I left my top. San Francisco's in first place. High on a hill, you'll see them swing. They played in Candlestick Park, where you froze your ass in the dark. Now they're playing somewhere where there's an ocean of care. Oh, Milwaukee. Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry. San Francisco, first place, 83 and 45, 2 up on World Series defending champion Los Angeles Dodgers at 81 and 47, 15.5 up on the San Diego Padres. That's 15.5 up, 68 and 61, 24.5 up on Colorado at 58 and 69. Bing that bell, thank you. And 39.5 on up on Arizona. Arizona, somebody put them out of their misery. Arizona, please, oh God, end it now. 44 and 85. That is how she wrote it. That is how it is written. Comme ci, comme ça. Okay. Go from the majors to the minors. Yes, our baseball scoreboard. And right now, let's go to AAA. Beep, beep. No, that's AA. AAA is something else. It's a battery. Okay, we got games that are still going on right now. Top of the 8th inning, Sacramento over Reno, 7-3. Top of the 9th. We might as well just say this game has ended. Sugar Land leads El Paso 13-1. Bottom of the fifth, Tacoma Salt Lake 1-0. Final scores. Oh, we got them for you. Would you like to know what they are? Oh, I'm glad you do. Rochester over Syracuse 6-3, 6-11-2 for Rochester, 3-8-0 for the Qs. Worcester over Buffalo 4-1, 4-9-1 for the Worse, 1-2-1 for the Low. Toledo, speaking of Low, beat St. Paul 11-1. A shock so many people never believe. 11-11-0 for Toledo, 1-5-1 for St. Pauli. Final in 10 innings, Norfolk over Jacksonville, 7-6, 7-9-1 for the Folk, 6-8-2 for the Ville. Scranton Wilkes-Barre defeated Lehigh Valley, 11-4, 11-15-1 for Scranton, 4-8-1 for Lehigh Valley. Indianapolis over Louisville in 10 innings. Nice 3-2 win there, 3-3-0 for Indianapolis, 2-6-1 for the Louisville. Vegas, baby, roll them bones. You beat Oklahoma City by a score of 5-4, 5-10-0 for Vegas, 4-9-1, Oklahoma shitty. Nashville! You're right at Nashville, got rid of Gwinnett, 3-0, 3-6-0 for Nashville, 0-5-0 for Gwinnett. Omaha over Iowa, 11-5. 11-10-0 for Omaha, 5-8-2 for Iowa. Memphis over Columbus, 4-2, 4-8-0 for Memphis, 2-8-1 for Columbus. And in 7 quickie innings, it was Round Rock over Albuquerque by a score of 5-1, 5-8-0 for Round Rock, 1-4-0 for Albuquerque. Now we go from the trip to the double alpha. Obviously, there are some games going on as scheduled. This one's about to go final. Tulsa's beaten Wichita 2-1, 2-7-1 for Tulsa, 1-3-1 for the Witch. They got 2 outs remaining, so you know this game is about to come to a soft conclusion. Another final, or a final, Northwest Arkansas over Springfield. 8-0, 8-10-0 for Northwest Arkansas. 0-2-1 for Springfield. That was game 2. Game 1, Arkansas beat Springfield again, 4-1, 4-6-1 for Arkansas, 1-5-1 Springfield. Reading fundamentally won against Portland, 8-3, 8-12-0 for Reading, 3-8-0 for Portland. Richmond over Altoona, 6-3, 6-9-1 Richmond, 3-8-1 Altoona. Harrisburg over Hartford, 7-2, 7-9-1 for Harrisburg, 2-8-1 for Hartford. In 10 innings, Akron over Somerset, 4-2, 4-6-3 Akron, 2-5-1 Somerset. Binghamton, yeah. Binghamton over New Hampshire, 3-2, 3-8-1 for Binghamton, 2-5-1 for New Hamp. Erie, yes, they were Erie. Erie over Bowie, that's right, Erie over Bowie. By a score of 6-3. 6-8-0 for Erie, 3-6-0 for Bowie. Rocket City over Biloxi, 4-3, 4-7-0 for Rocket City, 3-2-1 for Biloxi. Montgomery, the biscuits were rising, baby. My biscuits always rise when I see Tay Conte on Rampage. Is it wrong to say that? If it is, I do apologize. Yes, I do apologize, darling. Rocket City 4-3. Oh, I've already given that. 4-7-0 for Rocket City, 3-2-1. Blast off Biloxi. Montgomery over Birmingham, 4-3. 4-11-1 for Montgomery, 3-11-1 for Birmingham. San Antonio over Midland, 3-1. 3-10-1 for San Antonio, 1-7-1 for Midland. Amarillo over Frisco, 9-5. 9-11-0 for Amarillo, 5-13-0 for Frisco. Arkansas over Corpus Christi 11-1, 11-9-1 for Arkansas, 1-5-3, no, 1-5-2 for Corpus Christi. Chattanooga, Tennessee were canceled due to COVID, as was Pensacola and Mississippi. Now we go from the double to the high A. Bottom of the six, it's Tri-City 2, Eugene 1. Top of the six, it's Hillsboro 5, Vancouver 3. At the end of 3, it's Spokane 3, and Everett 2. Yeah! Final score, Fort Wayne over Dayton, 4-2, 4-6-0 Fort Wayne, 2-5-0 Dayton. Greensboro over Asheville, score 8-0, 8-13-3 for Greensboro, 0-1-1 for Asheville. Winston-Salem over Hudson Valley, PTA, 5-3, 5-9-1 Winston-Salem, 3-3-2 Hudson Valley. Brooklyn over Aberdeen, 6-4, 6-9-1 for Brooklyn, 4-7-4 for Aberdeen. Lake County over Great Lakes by a score of 5-0. Anyway, 5-9-1 for Lake County, 0-4-0 for Great Lakes. Hickory over Greenville, 13-6, 13-13-2 for Hickory, 6-10-0 for Greenville. West Michigan slaughtered the Lugnuts of Lansing, 11-6, 11-17-2 for West Michigan, 6-9-4 for Lansing. Dayton over Fort Wayne, 6-4, 6-9-0 for Dayton, 4-7-1 Fort Wayne. The Quad Cities, yes, you must say the Quad Cities like you're actually going to an Ivy League school. The Quad beat Wisconsin 8-6, 8-6-0 for the Quad, 6-8-1 for Wisconsin. And final score in 10 hapless innings. Rome beat Bowling Green 10-5, 10-11-1 for Rome, 5-9-0 for Bowling Green. South Bend over Peoria 4-2, 4-11-0 for South Bend, 2-4-1 for Peoria. Cedar Rapids over Beloit 2-1, 2-5-3 Cedar Rapids, 1-6-1 for Beloit. In 8 innings, Spokane over Everett 4-3, 4-8-0 Spokane, 3-6-0 Everett. And Jersey Shore and Wilmington, oh boy, is this game has been suspended due to rotten weather. The score is tied at 9. And I think they might finish it up tomorrow. Not really sure of planning. So there you go. Let's go for one more. And that is from high A. We have to go because we are low to low A. Low A. Low A. The major. And here we go. Bottom of the 8th, Visalia over Rancho Cucamonga. I score 15-4. That's in the bottom of the 8th. Top of the 9th, Modesto over Fresno, 4-0. End of 7, it's Lake Elsinore 6, San Jose 1. Final scores, Clearwater over Tampa, 6-3, 6-5-0 Clearwater, 3-4-0 Tampa. Bradenton over Fort Myer, 8-2, 8-10-0 for Bradenton, 2-2-2 Fort Myer. That was the second game. First game, Fort Myer beat Bradenton 10-2, 10-8-0 for Fort Myer, 2-8-4 for Bradenton. St. Lucie over Daytona by a score of 5-3, 5-8-1 for St. Lucie, 3-6-2 for Daytona. Jupiter over Palm Beach, 6-5, 6-11-0 for the Jupiter. Meanwhile, Palm Beach sang, danced, and twerked their way, but they didn't win. Jupiter won 6-5, 6-11-0 for Jupiter, 5-9-1 for Palm Beach. Life is a beach, folks. You just got to catch a few waves. Yes, sir. Lakeland over Dunedin in 11, 8-7. Lakeland over Dunedin in 11, 8-7. Hey, that rhymed. Wow. 813-0 for Lakeland, 791 for Dunedin. Kannapolis over Lynchburg, 11-5, 11-11-1. Lynchburg 5-9-2, and you'll never guess where most of Kannapolis's runs came in. First inning, line score 10 runs, a 10-run first inning. How bizarro can you get? Down east over Fayetteville 6-5. Oh, by the way, 11-11-1 for Kannapolis, 5-9-2 for Lynchburg. We go down one. Down east over Fayetteville, 6-5, 6-7-0 for Down East, 5-9-1 for, thank you, Fayetteville. Columbia over Myrtle Beach, 5-0, 5-8-1 for Columbia, 0-4-2 for Myrtle Beach. Salem over Delmarva, 5-3, 5-10-0 for Salem, 3-6-1 for Delmarva. Fredericksburg over Carolina, 4-1, 4-8-1 for Fredericksburg, 1-9-2 for Carolina. Augusta over Charleston, 3-1, 3-8-1 for Augusta, 1-4-2 for Charleston. Two games postponed, one due to COVID and the other due to rain. Let's do the COVID one, shall we? Stockton and the Inland Empire was postponed, and Tampa versus Clearwater was also postponed. Unlike the Inland Empire Stockton game, well, Tampa and Clearwater will be made up later today. Okay, there you go. Wow, we're speedy, aren't we? Okay. Let's get to it, shall we? Yes, we shall. Okay, by the way, should we? Yes, we should. Yes, we shall. We shall do. Ladies and gentlemen, as you know, this is the final week of action in the preseason games. Of course, as you know, preseason games are, are like, in some cases, it's not worth it. No, it's like bad sex. It's not worth it. Okay, so let's get to the scores, folk. All right. Okay, wow. We got a lot on the docket, folks. Let's, thank you. Okay, very short, very sweet. Chiefs beat the Vikings 28-25. Panthers slam danced the Steelers 34-9. Here's a strange and yet prophetic score. Eagles and the Jets. Eagles and the Jets. Dun, 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 dun. They tied. They tied. They tied 31 apiece. All right, and the Lions once again proved why they're not special. Unless you're a lovable loser. Preseason, they suck. Lions lost all three of their games. Colts beat them 27-17. That is tonight's finals. We got one more spate of games to go Sunday, and that is it. And then comes the biggest game show of them all. It's Cut Day in America. That's right. So, who goes to the practice and who starts looking for a new career, or maybe play in the Canadian Football League, or wait a while for the all-new XFL 3.0? Or some of the other summer, or that other summer league known as the Summer League. Anyway, shall we compensate? By the way, Cardinals and Saints, because of the hurricane, they canceled. Okay, let's get to some headlines and make him the details. San Francisco 49ers will be without one of their wide receivers and return specialists to start the regular season. On Friday, 49ers head coach Kyle Shanahan said that Richie James will undergo surgery for his knee injury and is expected to be sidelined for at least 6 weeks, per Adam Schefter, ESPN's NFL God. James is coming off of his best season as he caught a career-high 23 receptions for 394 yards and 1 touchdown. He also returned 6 punts for a total of 34 yards and 4 kicks for 73 yards. James was selected by the 49ers in the 7th round of the 2018 NFL Draft out of Middle Tennessee, and has caught 38 passes for 689 yards and 3 touchdowns in 40 career games played. Ooh, wow. Okay, and more NFL news. Aaron Rodgers, who is playing his last season supposedly for the Green Bay Packers. Well, before Aaron Rodgers agreed to return to Green Bay for this season, he had a few demands that he wanted the team to meet, and one of those demands called for the Packers to pull off a trade for Randall Cobb. Packers wanted Rodgers back, so they gave in to his demand and made a trade for a receiver who was playing for the Texans at the time. So far, the Rodgers-inspired trade is looking like a smart deal. Since the start of training camp, Cobb has apparently been the one receiver who has been consistently wowing Rodgers. Wow. Hey. Danica Patrick dateable now? I don't know. Anyway, we continue. During a recent interview on the Pat McAfee show, the reigning NFL MVP described how well Cobb has been playing in practice. Not bad. I paraphrase. Cobb doing something amazing has apparently become a daily occurrence at Packer training camp. Packers let Cobb walk in free agency back in March 2019 to save money and to get younger at the position. Rodgers wasn't happy with the move at the time, which is why he insisted on the trade that brought Cobb back to Green Bay. Oh, wonderful. Okay. We are so far yumping the Yiminy. Okay, let's go to the NBA, which is having more fun. I said the NBA, guys. No more NFL. Let's go NBA. Come on. Thank you. After weeks of quiet in the NBA offseason, the silence was broken with a 3-team trade that has Lauri Markkanen signing with the Cleveland Cavs on a 4-year, $67 million contract as part of a 3-way deal that will also send Cavaliers Larry Nance Jr. to the Portland Trail Blazers, while the Chicago Bulls will receive Derrick Jones Jr. and a protected first-round draft pick from Portland, as well as a future second-round draft pick from Cleveland, according to Adrian Wojnarowski, ESPN's Prince of the NBA. There's a lot of moving parts to this piece, but the biggest draw of this deal is Markkanen finally landing with a team after spending weeks in a holding pattern on where he would play next. After a disappointing season with the Bulls last year, in which he was pushed to a bench role in favor of Nikola Vucevic, Markkanen's days were numbered in Chicago. However, there was minimal interest in him from other teams around the league in signing him as a restricted free agent this summer. Now, though, it appears he's found his next home with the Cleveland Cavaliers, where he'll join a depth chart of forwards that already features Kevin Love and the 2021 number 3 overall pick, Evan Mobley. And we wish them well, don't we? Yes, we do. Okay, let's continue on, shall we? Okay, in golf, our final little headbutt before we head to the media center. Phil Mickelson rekindled an old feud through a new medium, for him at least, on Friday during the second round of the BMW Championship. Mickelson's antagonistic relationship with the USGA is both well documented and long-lasting. And he perpetrated it Friday when he tweeted his disdain for a potential rule change as it relates to the driver. the USGA is apparently going to be limiting the length of all drivers to 46 inches. And Mickelson, who is often used to drive longer than 46 inches, is extremely disappointed. And he tweeted the following. I will do this in my Shakespearean voice. Word is USGA is soon rolling back driver lengths to 46 inches. This is pathetic. First, it promotes a shorter, more violent swing, injury-prone to you lay people out there. Doesn't allow for length of arc to create thy speed, and during our first golf boom in 40 years, our amateur governor body keeps trying to make it less fun. Hail Shakespeare anon. Well, there's a lot to unwind here, but Mickelson's disdain makes sense when you consider the longer driver Mickelson has gone to in recent years and how it's allowed him to gain so much distance into his 50s. He's 54th on the PGA Tour in driving distance ahead of Victor Hovland and Tommy Fleetwood. USGA has been eyeing a reining in of how far the golf ball is traveling for a while now, and they floated the idea of limiting driver length early this year. This is one of 100 ways to limit distance, but according to Mickelson, it's a path that is apparently imminent. USGA has not officially announced anything yet. And friends, for now, that headlines. It's Friday, which means Nick Rekida's got his Friday festival. Please enjoy it. Lost Planning the Interwebs, the Friday Fiesta, only on the Rekida Law channel here on YouTube. And with that, we go to the answer of one question and the beginning answer of another. Let's get to it in our Media Bites segment. There we go. There are some changes ahead for Fox Sports 1's betting show, Fox Sports Live, formerly known as Lock It In. Changed its name last summer when, of course, Fox bought their own betting service called Fox Bet. That show launched in 2018 with Rachel Bonetta, cousin Sal Icano, Clay Travis, and Rachel's quote-unquote boyfriend, Todd Furman. Third season last month. On Friday, Fox announced a new lineup for the show, and Bonetta announced that she was leaving not just the show, but Fox Sports. And here we go, folks. Here we go. Okay, let's see. Here we go. Earlier this week, our friends at Deadline reported that TBS was developing a semi-autobiographical comedy series based on Bonetta's life in sports with her attached as producer and star, so that seems to be at least part of what's ahead for her. And at that point, it was far from clear that Fox Bet Live was coming back at all. Reports early this summer had its possible cancellation coming, with Travis now co-hosting Rush Limbaugh's old radio show with some other guy and taking a bigger Big Noon Saturday role. As per Fox's release Friday, though, the new version of the show is set to debut Monday, with Alex Curry stepping in as host, Travis and Icano returning, and a rotating cast joining them. I quote from the release, again, Shakespearean. Following the successful season 3, Fox Bet Live returns with an expanded talent lineup on Monday, August 30th, live at 5 on FS1. Alex Curry, a longtime Fox Sports host and Bally Sports reporter, will join as the new host of Fox Bet Live, alongside gambling experts cousin Sal Icano and personality Clay Travis. For season 4, they are joined by a rotating cast of betting aficionados, including former NFL offensive lineman and analyst Jeff Schwartz and longtime reporter and media personality Jason McIntyre. The show returns to FS1 for a special college football preview week from Monday, August 30th to Friday, September 3rd. The following week, Fox Bet Live highlights the return of the National Football League, offering their predictions and insights ahead of week 1 from Monday, September 6th to Friday, September 10th. Now oh yes, we love you, Shakespeare. Nevermore. Now, there's no specific mention of Furman there. His Twitter page still lists him as an analyst for Fox Bet Live, along with Fox NASCAR Race Hub, CBS Sports HQ, and the Bet the Board podcast. So it's possible he'll return as part of that rotating cast of betting aficionados, but that's far from certain. Meanwhile, Icano and Travis are carrying over to the new version. Who tweeted about her excitement on Friday. She's a nice lady. Curry's previous work includes time covering the Kings and Angels for Bally's Sports Net. Time as fill-in host for FS1 studio shows when before the disaster of hiring a moron who then decided to kill off any type of sports news. And time as sideline reporter for USA's American Ninja Warrior series. Actually, we should say NBC's American Ninja Warrior series from G4. We'll see how she does on this on the new Fox Bet Live and how this new lineup is received by viewers. Yes. Our other little let's not do this one yet. Let's and speaking of betting, two good stories. Nexstar signed with the folks from Sports Grid to create a Diginet. It's a digital network dealing with sports betting, sports gaming, and fantasy sports called Sports Grid Network, which will only be seen in Nexstar owned and operated television stations in areas of the country that allow online or betting of any sort. Now, of course, if the name Sports Grid Network is familiar, well, there is a network by that name that does betting and fantasy sports. You can catch it on Stir, which is owned by Sinclair Broadcasting. I say this because now you can add ESPN to that wanted list. That's right. With the expansion of sports gaming in the U.S. and soon Canada, plenty of sports betting companies have struck licensing or acquisition deals with content companies to their books' profits. A key couple of examples on the acquisition side come from Penn National acquiring a stake in Barstool Sports and then acquiring Canada's The Score. The latter deal saw him pick up that company's own betting operations as well. While there are countless licensing and marketing deals, including the Bally's naming deal for the former Fox Sports regional networks, the newly named Caesars Superdome in New Orleans, the Blue Wire deal with Wynn, and the Field of 68, Field of 12 deal with Bet Rivers, ESPN has done some more limited licensing and advertising deals in the past, especially on the daily fantasy side with DraftKings, but that particular one didn't last long. Now it seems they're looking to go into licensing their brand to sports betting companies on a much larger basis. By the way, Disney is 80%. No, let's try it again. By the way, ESPN, 80% owned by Disney, 20% owned by the folks at Hearst Television Broadcast Group. Carla Lombardo and Benjamin Mullenrohr Street Jr. of the Wall Street Journal wrote about it. I will correct one portion of this. Walt Disney Company and Hearst Television's ESPN is seeking to license its brand to major sports betting companies for at least $3 billion over several years, according to people familiar with the matter, aiming to capitalize on the fast-growing online gaming industry. Sports media giant has had talks with players that own major sports books, including casino operator Caesars Entertainment and online gaming company DraftKings. People said ESPN has existing marketing partnerships with both. On after is the right for a suitor to use the ESPN name for branding purpose and potentially rename the sportsbook after the leading sports television network in the U.S., the people said. A deal could come with an exclusive marketing commitment that would require the sports betting firm to spend a certain amount of bucks advertising on ESPN's platforms, one of the people said. And as Lombardo and Mullen go on to note, there's no certainty of a deal here. This is a significant amount of money to ask for just for licensing the ESPN name, even if that invokes putting that name on a sports book and just putting an ESPN name on something doesn't guarantee its success. Remember the ESPN phone in the restaurant, the ESPN zone? I'm sure most of you do. Anyway, for a couple of examples, moreover, Caesars and DraftKings in particular already have their own names. They're spending a fair bit of money on promoting, and they're already reasonably well known. Now, this might seem to make more sense for a less prominent brand looking to get itself out there, but that brand might also have challenges coming up with the kind of money that ESPN is ready to just delve out. Sweating so much, the hair is just wanting to flee. The kind of deal certainly does not seem to make sense, or does seem to make some sense from ESPN's standpoint. There's clearly money to be made from gambling license deals, and a licensing deal comes with far less headaches than trying to launch a full betting brand themselves. That's especially true considering that most legalized sports betting operates on a state-by-state rules, and that there are already plenty of players in many of the states in question here. Also, a full ESPN betting brand might come with some pushback from leagues they have rights deals with. That has been the case for Fox, at least not publicly, but ESPN is a different player. And it might come with some government scrutiny, given how much of the sports and entertainment marketplace Disney already controls. So it's definitely logical for them to explore putting the ESPN brand on a book rather than trying to launch their own book. But the question is, how much are they willing to pay for that? And if that will be enough to make it worth ESPN's while. Well, we're just going to have to stay tuned for that, aren't we? Yes, we are. We're going to hold off this last story for tomorrow because, well, time is of the essence. So let's get you some football scores, some soccer scores, and then we'll wrap it up with our international scoreboard. Oop, no, football dum-dum. Thank you. Grazie, Giovanni, grazie. Okay, let's get you to the action of today before we call it a night. In League One, Burton Albion and oh boy, can we do this right? Thank you. League One, Burton Albion. Thank you. And Cheltenham Town tied at 1. In League Two, Rochdale and Colchester United also tied at 1. Scottish League Two, Edinburgh City defeated Elgin City 2-0. Sirius Premier, Newtown 2, Caernarfon Town 0. Irish Premier, Larne 4, Coleraine 2, Glenavon and Portadown 1-1. Spanish La Liga, Mallorca 1, Espanyol 0. Valencia 3, Alaves 0. In Das Bundesliga, Borussia Dortmund over Hoffenheim 3-2. Italia Series A, Udinese 3, Venezia 0. Inter Milan over Hellas Verona 3-1. In the French League, Lyon over Nantes 1-0. Belgium, Mechelen and Kortrijk 2-2. Danish Super League action, Aalborg over Nordsjælland 2-1. Dutch action, Fortuna Sittard and Watervik tied at 2. Finland, SJK 4, Haka nothing. Portugal, Belenenses and Morennes tied at 1. Estroperia and Maritimo 2-1. Russian Premier League, Urol and Rostov tied at 1. Kimiki and Nizhny Novgorod tied at 1. Dynamo Moscow and Lokomotiv Moscow tied at 1. Krasnodar and Rubin Kazan, or Krasnodar 2, Rubin Kazan nothing. In the Turkish league, it was Antalyaspor 3, Kayserispor 2. Adana Demirspor and Konaspor tied at 1. In Major League Soccer, Columbus over Cincinnati 3-2 and Montreal over Toronto 3-1. We have one more segment left in us. And boy, it can't come better than this, folks. That's right. We got one more segment, and it just happens to be our international finale that we like to call cheesy. Okay, let's do this because I got to get my hair done up. I swear to God, I'm going to shear this hair. I might be bald. No, never been bald, actually. So here we go. Japanese baseball. Let's do it that way. Thank you. Yokohama Bay Stars over the Yakut Swallows 4-0. Kiyoyama gets the win. He's 2-3. Okugawa gets a loss. He's 5-3. Chunichi Dragons 4-1 winner of the Omori Giants. Oh no, gets the win for the Dragons. He's 4-8. Yamaguchi gets the loss for the Giants. He's 2-3. Nippon Ham Fighters over the Seibu Lions 7-2. Iguchi gets the win. He's 1-0. Matsumoto gets a loss. He's 7-6. Hiroshima Carp over the Hanshin Tigers 6-4. Osera gets the win. He's 6-3. Nishi gets a loss. He's 4-9. Oric Buffaloes over the Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks 2-0. Yamamoto with the win. He's 11-5. Martinez with the loss. He's 7-3. Chibalati Marines over the Rakuten Gold Eagles 3-1. Kuniyoshi gets the win. He's 2-1. Alraku gets a loss. He's 3-1. Some updates. In the 8th inning, Yankees over the Oakland Athletics 5-2. In the 7th inning, Colorado Rockies over Los Angeles Dodgers 3-2. And in the 6th, Mariners and Royals tied at 5. South Korea, the Korean Baseball Organization, Kia Tigers and Lodi Giants postponed. Kiwoon Heroes defeat the Hanwha Eagles 4-3. KT Wiz Swang defeated the SSG Landers 6-4. The LG Twins over the Samsung Lions 3-1. The NC Dinos over the Doosan Bears 4-2. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that is going to wrap it up for us for a fun-filled fiesta of a Friday. We thank you very much for tuning in. We will be back tomorrow at 11:30 with a better hairstyle. And we hope you'll tune in. And we'll have more good things show you. Might even do another reading. You never know. But folks, it's going to do it for us. Some college football games will be played tomorrow. We'll bring you those scores as well and a whole lot more. So please join us tomorrow. This has been a presentation of Mystifying Creativity Productions in association with the L2C Media Network and L2C Sports. I'm Steve the Baxman Baxley for Harry Von Stuttgart, our announcer, and everybody here involved in Sports Final. May your sporty balls be big, full, and massive, and may you hit the homer, score the touchdown, and hit that 3-pointer at the buzzer. Thanks, everybody. May sports be your life. Good night, everybody. Something like that. We'll think of some sort of cliche to tell you. But until then, good night and good sports.